and no one's hurt. Like, you don't damage anyone else's shit. You like fucking hit a rock or something, right? Like, sorry, rock. But like, you smash, no property damage. Like, no one's upset. Like, you just fucked yourself over. Like, hit and run police. Like, you fucking, support calling the fucking cops on yourself to report an accident so the insurance company can raise your rates. Like, I know, it sounds great to be moral or whatever the fuck you think that is, but that's crazy. Like, don't feel like you have to fucking snitch yourself out. Like, at a certain point, like, you should be protecting your community members by not involving the police. Like, do as much as you can to not have the police involved. Like, if the two drivers can settle this, why are the police even here? Is my opinion. Like,
yeah, right. I told her we would have been immediately. 2 white girls, 6 blocks from here, about 7 blocks from here, 2.5 hours. And she's probably not in jail. Yeah. And they're probably not in jail. I'm gonna go home.
See, this dude already heard the news and says some Black Lives Matter shit when it was an ICE march. See, that's just like the news right there. Fucking got this guy. Like, I mean, he knows, he's informed of the situation, but the details are fucking wrong. Like, that's fake news. Like, I agree. Like, fake news exists. Like, that was real news with mislabeled.
Whatever, it's good Chinese shit.
Kind of interesting. Prophetic. But yeah, I want to get out of here. Like I said, I was just on my way fucking home, back to the fucking train station, and the fucking road was blocked when I tried to come through originally, and then I just like was ear hustling and shit, and then started streaming for the fucking people that like to see flashy lights and ask what's going on. All you in the chat, RX Life in, I see you. So yeah. I like flashing lights. Like, what the fuck?
Well, hold up. They don't only make all of our bullshit. They make all of our
light shows. Who doesn't love a light show? But I'm gonna get out of here.
That's right. You could get this bike made in the U.S. and pay like $1,500.
Because I don't have an opinion. Like, if they don't arrest anyone, that's totally fine with me. Just because I don't think the police should be arresting anyone in this situation. Like, if no one's hurt, like, if someone got hurt, as like an injury, yes. But, what, maybe take their license away? I don't know. I didn't see it, so I'm not going to speculate. I guess they might have been drinking, driving. I don't know.
They're supposed to not
dangerous.
Say they're supposed to not say nothing. And if they're still talking, they need to stop talking. Are they still talking? They need to stop talking. Well, then why don't they know better? They should know better. They need to close their mouths and call their daddy. Yeah, they're going to get themselves in trouble.
Sure.
That was funny. I like
They're going to get themselves in trouble, right?
Their dad's a fucking lawyer. You fucking call your daddy. That's what I was gonna say about the 2 girls that ran someone over earlier. It's like just like delusional fucking affluenza. It's like people have disregard for others. But they'll get away with it if they actually have lawyers in their family. I think. Like Brock Turner got away with fucking raping someone. Never forget Brock Turner. Piece of shit.
They didn't see the people walk off.
I mean, that's like someone who they caught too. The fucking thousands of stories that you don't hear, obviously. It's fucked up.
Imagine somebody was talking to top on the street.
Are they really cuffing?
Are they?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, that's the world, that's the country we live in, is that
Maybe they are cooking something.
just as guilty as how much money you got. Right?
Was it a fight? No, it was a car accident. Oh shit, is that guy arrested? I think they do have someone cuffed over there. I don't know, I don't want to fucking smear him though. I'm not that type of dude. Could be all guilty, but that's good enough. Let justice do its toll. And that's what I was saying about the Kinney family. It's like maybe the dude did hit and run, like, or whatever the fuck. I wasn't there. I don't know the details. But the son served time, you know? If you believe in the rehabilitation system, you know, if you pay your tax money and think that the prison system works, like, isn't that enough? You know, like, what more do you need? Shit. I don't know. That if you do your time, you know, what more can you ask for? That's justice, right? Like, do you think that you deserve to do more time for a hit and run? Possibly manslaughter. Like, I don't know all the details. Whatever, bro.
What's up, everyone? I'm Jonathan Hollis, and you are watching Politics as Usual. With me today is Sean Connor, my co-host. You know what it is, baby. We are back, and yeah, it's been another crazy week here in the United States. It's so funny thinking, like, man, like, this country is so crazy, but then you realize that we just get it from Britain. Like, really, this country is just like a spinoff of Great Britain, and over there is fucking crazy too. But and you know, I feel like usually people try to you know, when they create something new or have kids or whatever, they try not to give them their toxic traits. And yeah, here we are with you know, all this tension over power. You know, we got people in the comments already saying Trump won, screw Biden.
Okay, Ace Knight, shout out to you.
That's right, man.
Ace Knight, you gotta be drinking, talking some shit like that. What are you drinking on already, Ace Knight? You starting early. Where are you from and what you drinking? Let us know in the chat, Ace Knight. Ace Knight, what is it? 1342?
Damn, bro, that's how many fucking brain cells he's got. Yo, straight up, it's about to be the same for me too. Real quick shout out our sponsor that's not our sponsor, Four Freedoms, London Dry Gin. Like I stated on a previous episode, we fact check it, and this gin has not spent a day in London. But you know, it's from Albertsons or something.
Click the like and follow.
It's the like and follow, baby. Yeah, we just. So I want to hear from Ace Knight too, like
the
London Dry Gin. Yeah, it's not from London, but oh, he so we got a crazy day.
From London, Alabama.
Exactly. London, Arkansas. Manufacturing facility. So let's get down to it. So today, you know, we're having like a lot of protests going on. As you can see right here, we DC has pretty much descended into mayhem. Oh, somebody said you know, X8. First of all, shout out X83, the Jesus, saying hong, 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 hong. Get in the zone, Austin zone. You know, I want to say this too. You know, we love all our commenters, all our followers. Whether or not we can understand them, we just want to let you know we love you. Thank you so much for commenting. Even if it's in a language I don't know yet, or maybe it hasn't been invented yet, I fuck with you. Thank you so much for commenting.
You're right. We do got a lot going on in DC.
Yeah, straight up. Oh my God, it's like man, yeah, I'm like trying to watch it. It's like there's a I don't know if this one's in DC, but there's the guy in the top right. He's got like a bullhorn. You know, people in the middle, they're like having like it's looking kind of tense. They have a low frame rate to the left, but that's okay.
Yeah, this guy, it's his first day on the camera. And that Washington, D.C. He's getting none of the protests. He's enjoying the protest, but getting all the stories.
Right.
And then the guy right below him is a block over. He's just like, where's the protest? He's filming all the street.
Filming the ground.
Okay, I like the black conservative preacher. They look like a bunch of MAGA hats listening to a black guy. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, that's Alex Jones. Okay,
it's Alex Jones. There you have it. Alex Jones, who has made so much money off his show, yet still is using the GoPro One apparently. Because I have no idea.
At the top right, that is Alex Jones.
He's good. I was like, man, who is it? But like, who else would it be?
The globalists. They're gonna globalize. Oh, listen here, John. The government, they're lizards. All right, look it up, Jamie. Look it up.
If anyone disagrees with him, he just wants to cut the fighting. Like the only people in the world that are like,
I got it in my notes.
Tell him for your forwards, gang. He just makes an assertion, and then if it sounds like something you would doubt, he just makes it like louder and harder until it just sounds like fact. And you know what's crazy? It's like if you watch the show and don't like really think that hard, Alex Jones does sound like a factual person.
He makes good points, but he goes so far. He makes you believe him and then not believe him. You're like, Alex,
exactly.
I went to the Bohemian Grove. I saw it.
Because notice this too, because this one, his most famous clip is him saying the government's putting chemicals in the water to make men more feminine, and he says quote, to make the freaking frogs gay. And it's like, yeah, like the government definitely does like fuck around with water supplies and doesn't take water safety seriously enough. We saw what happened in Flint, Michigan. But then he's like, okay, like wait, what happened to the black kids that got poisoned with water? You're talking about frogs.
Right after making that point, then he'll be like, hey, Bravo, come choke me out.
Right.
The globalists want to see it. Come choke me out, Bravo.
And let me say this too, because Sean and I, we've met many people who oftentimes feel like they need to die on a cross. They feel like they need to like crucify themselves for attention. They feel like they need to start conflicts and arguments and things like that. We met a lot of people like that over the years and maybe recently. But I feel like Alex Jones strikes me as that kind of person. And I feel like and I want to get your opinion on this. I feel like, America used to be a country that had the most prominent news pundits or the most prominent people. I say pundits, probably news anchors were pretty much the only people you would see on the airwaves, and like, people like, Dan Rather, people like Walter Cronkite, it seems like they were more fixated on just the facts. And now I feel like, we're seeing an increase in like yellow journalism. We're seeing an increase in, people who are, almost like kind of taking on the attitude of like a demagogue, like it's not about like the facts, it's more about like
their
how,
opinion.
Right, exactly, how forceful you see. Do you feel
Here's
like
my spin on what's
exactly,
going on.
Right.
And their spin is actually what's creating the narrative.
Right, exactly. I feel like more and more people. Do you feel like more and more people are coming out and acting like that in not just like the media but also online content? And do you feel like America might actually have a shift to the point where most people are kind of getting their news that way? Most people are, getting their ideas and everything from, these like loud mouths with megaphones telling everyone that the government's putting chemicals in the water to make frogs gay. Like, what do you think?
I think news has always been a sensationalized, headline-driven business. Like the first newspaper in America was started by Barnum and Bailey's, which was also the circus. So media is also a circus in itself. And it's like, I think it's always been an attraction. Extra, read all about it. Come one step right up. Look at this. It's all the same auctioneer. That's what Alex Jones is doing right now. He's selling the hell out of an idea. And who knows how much you pay for an idea? Like for a car, you pay this many $1,000. For a watch, you pay this many $1,000. But for an idea, people will invest their lives.
Wow, how about that, dude? And how crazy! And it's funny that you mentioned that, because now that I think about it, it's like
Roger Harris. I hope Twitch works for you. Shout out to you, Roger Harris.
Shout out to Roger.
Roger Harris the second, not you.
That's right. Roger, that's just his dad. We got part 2 on that. Straight up, I would say this too, because shout out to Roger. Shout out to everybody. Raj, we got Roger and Raj. We got plenty of Rogers in here. But let me say this real quick. It's like because one thing that I just realized is that there used to be guys who would stand on street corners because they're, you know, we all think of that stereotypical, the newsboy, extra, read all about it. But there were guys out there who didn't just have today's top stories, they had total bullshit on there. Like there would be guys, and because back then people were more keen to buy it, but it would be like guys on there saying,
tabloids.
Like that, and it would be like beyond, it would be like National Enquirer, like the Sun. It would be stuff like, oh, we found a woman with 5 arms, like that one monster on Ben 10. Like people we say like, oh, we there's a man who can like dive off a cliff head first and live, and we got the story, and it'll be total it'll be all made up, but they'd be like extra. So I feel like maybe this is just like an evolution of what's already been there, and now that it's all around us, you know, you can't go on Twitter without hearing from, you know, some loony, you know, hearing somebody claim that you know, coronavirus was invented in Xi Jinping's basement. So it was this like summer project he was working on. Like, oh, let me like fuck with America a little bit. It's just my little hobby, just a little thing I'm up to, you know. But some people really are starting to believe that, you know. So let's, like I said, you know, we want everybody, you know, if you're watching the show, if you want to, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. Be sure to keep up with us.
Thank you so much.
That's right, we do, and we drink to you. Matter of fact, let me pour me some Four Freedoms.
Pour me some Four Freedoms. What if that's the commercial?
Yeah, right. I wish it was. I wish it was just the blackest commercial I could imagine.
John Curtis on YouTube says, "I believe
it." Honestly, because here's the other thing that models it too. Because I feel like I was saying it like, oh,
thank you, John Curtis. Please like and subscribe and drink with us. Let us know in the chat what you're drinking.
What y'all drinking? I know some of you are.
Roger Harris, if you're drinking as well, let us know where you're from and what you're drinking. We love to interact with you guys and, you know, go back and forth. And we want to know you guys' opinion so that we want to know if you're agreeing with us or not. If you're not, we're going to tell you why you're fucking wrong. It's like, no, tell us what you think.
Honestly, I want to do more on the show, just entertaining people's crazy. Like this one guy, he jumped in and like, the reason why we say
John Curtis is drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, buddy.
Keep that sperm count low.
Straight up,
that's
baby.
What the Republicans want.
Hey, man, he's drinking
population control.
my money says John Curtis is in West Virginia right now. My money's on West Virginia. It might be regular Virginia.
No, John Curtis sounds like a Midwest guy.
He could be. They love it over. They love Faygo over there. They love their alternative sodas so much. I feel like you know, the reason why we say let us know what you're drinking. We know some of y'all are drinking. This one guy earlier commented, Hong, get in the zone, auto zone. So I know that at least one person in here is completely inebriated right
Somebody has some type of substance running through their veins.
Right. So let me, real quick before I get into today's top stories.
Raj, you already know, Crown on the Rocks.
Raj's favorite is Crown. I think the Crown Royal stock is only climbing because of Raj. When Raj stops drinking, it falls again, and it climbs whenever he's about to. We better watch our show.
Crown Royal be like, what's going on this month? Where's Raj?
Exactly. They're like trying to get him in the commercial. Hey, John Curtis says raised in SoCal, moved to the Midwest. We're in SoCal right now, and I gotta tell you, you made that was a great idea leaving SoCal because man, I gotta tell you, this is ending. This is not gonna end well for comedy if things continue on like this.
CDK ATL, Long Island Tea with the Moonshine Chaser.
Yeah, now I already know.
That's a Project X blackout. You starting off with the Long Island Chaser with moonshine.
Well, whichever state CDK ATL is in.
What sorority are you crossing?
Right. The state has to be a state that's not on lockdown right now. Like, none of the states that have moonshine consumption are on lockdown. They're all like the free-for-all states, like the states where you can just run around and like, you know,
the government just gets on the TV with a bottle. Listen, we ain't shutting down shit.
he like pumps a shotgun with one hand, like, that's right, Biden. You better square up, buddy. Tell you what, you want to get Kamala over here on me? I'd like to see her take my gun.
They're not still counting votes, are they?
Oh, see, this is an interesting story too. So one thing that's happened, multiple states have had multiple recounts. You know, ever since a lot of the Trump people have been disputing the election results, and I'm about to get into this in a second, because that's what's causing these protests that we're seeing right here. You know, we got marches, We got shouting matches. You know, guys out here. You know, I mean, soon
that's what Alex Jones is on there.
Right.
There's almost one to a thing. Joe Biden won. There were so many votes, Joe.
I saw votes that were thrown out the building, and then I tried to catch them, and the pin landed on my head.
I went in my trash can.
Right. We should be on lockdown though. Yo, if y'all, if I want to have a debate in the comments too. If anybody feels like we shouldn't be on lockdown, y'all go ahead and comment. Let us know. John Curry says AJ for president. Honestly, what would America look like with Alex Jones as president?
Oh my God! What? All of our foreign affairs are down the train. Right? He's got no. At least Donald Trump feels the need. He feels the need enough to look like he knows what he's talking about. So where he won't completely spread his ass and take a shit in front of like the ambassador of another country. Right. Alex Jones takes pride in people looking at him like a crazy man. He's like, yes, look at me. He'll go up to, you're president of another country. Oh, what are you, a king, a queen? Doesn't matter to me. You want to do cocaine? Come on, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom together.
As soon as
you go, then I'll go.
Because he hates globalism so much. As soon as he goes to the UN meeting and finds out that everybody else is from another country.
No, but he makes me almost believe that globalists are like, no, this is terrible.
Right, exactly.
Right. I don't want one race and one society and one. Eugenics is terrible. But then he gets off and be like, you know what? Yeah, and Obama, he's a lizard. And like,
exactly. God. Bring it back, Alex. Bring it back. Right, and the Bohemian Grove stuff too, because it's like, you know, Bohemian Grove, it's a conspiracy theory at this point, but it's a real place.
Raj said he wants to take a shot with us.
Hey, yo, we taking a shot with Raj?
Raj, of course we'll take a shot.
Drinking to everybody watching Protest Party TV. He said he called out the CNN reporter as being a red coat. So he's banging on him with the original 13 columns.
Right.
Like, are you a red coat?
Let's get back there.
I know exactly the original plus.
When I look at you, old British is coming head ass.
Exactly. Right.
What's QAnon? You explained that to me before.
There we go. So QAnon is funny that we're talking about.
Oh, that's the Qs. That's the Qs who are like their job is to they've got information that can turn the shit upside down.
Exactly. He's just like
Alex Jones is the leader of the QAnon. All the QAnons are like, wait, Alex is on the inside? No!
He was hiding in plain sight. Hiding in plain sight. Hey, if you gotta be a secret guy, because I bet you, again, he probably is just like this is probably a side hobby of his, like him being cute. He's like, oh well, you know, because look, Alex Jones.
Well, he was an agent. He's a double agent.
He's a double agent.
They set him down at the CIA. All right, now we're gonna need you to go out there and be the best damn conspiracy theorist we've ever known. We're gonna put you on Joe. We're gonna put you on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Because here's the thing too, because it's like you know, with the QAnon conspiracy. For anyone who doesn't know, QAnon is a conspiracy theory that the world is basically being ruled by an Illuminati of sorts. It also has
Alex iOS 1081. Sorry, we didn't mean to miss you. Let us know what you're drinking tonight.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Alexi, or it might be Alexios. I don't know which one.
Maybe Alexios.
Any way you slice it, make sure the way you pronounce your name doesn't matter. The fact that you're drinking does. All right, so because the thing is that so QAnon, for anyone who doesn't know, yeah, it's a conspiracy that you know, there's an Illuminati of sorts that's secretly pulling the strings, like they're Geppetto and we're Pinocchio, and so basically, and also apparently they're also pedophiles. But the theory goes that there is a truly, all right, baby, you truly are a sorority girl. But basically, we had the theory says that
truly, what is that? Cool White Claw?
Yeah, it's White Claw. That's not White Claw. Yeah. I'm fucking with you, man. You can drink that shit if you want. But basically, yeah. So and it goes that Q is an informant that is waiting to drop the truth bomb. He's gonna come out with proof when he's ready, and then you know, everybody is gonna be like, oh shit, like I knew that shit. And you know, but the thing is, like honestly, I don't even know where I was going with that anecdote, but I'll say this too. It's like, again, with
that Alex Jones will be the one to solve the Q.
Right, yeah. Like if he was Q, so it would be crazy if he was Q, because
he's the double agent.
Exactly right. I think maybe he is Q and he doesn't have any information, but he just made it up. He made it up like, oh yeah, hey guys, make sure to go on my store and buy this merch with QAnon on it. Like this is just like a scheme for him. It's just racketeer. Like he made up the QAnon thing, and then he's like, oh hey guys, guess what? Q said he found some new data for me that I might be able to. It's literally like Peter Parker when he was Spider-Man and he was like posting the pictures in the newspaper, like, check out Spider-Man. It's so great, but it was literally just selfies that he took of himself.
And then fucking Jameson was in there like, how'd you get that?
Right, exactly.
This nigga's in the camera like.
Exactly. It's like
going up gang signs and shit.
You're like using a selfie stick to take it. Like.
He's in his crib with
exactly.
his license.
Like, no, he's holding a sign saying, "I am not Peter Parker." And then J. Jonah James was like, "Oh well, I guess this isn't him."
Parker, how'd you get these pictures?
Exactly.
Parker, why do I sound like Alex Jones?
Exactly. Yo, when you pulls off a mask and it is Alex Jones.
Parker, can you give me a picture of these QAnons?
Right, exactly. Okay, before we veer off too much, on this Spider-Man, Alex Jones, QAnon, Jeffrey Epstein tangent.
Exactly. Everybody's in this crossover episode.
We really jumped the shark on this one, guys. We apologize. I blame our sponsor, Four Freedoms, London Dry Gin. Remember, white people have all their freedoms, and so many that they just name the alcohol Four Freedoms. Black people will never have an alcohol called Four Freedoms. All we have is Hennessy.
Shout out to you, Rod.
Here we go, Rod, baby. All right, so basically, so what's going on in these protests, just so y'all know, is that Trump supporters are rallying against the election outcomes as Proud Boys and Antifa are facing off. Now we've heard.
Okay, is Proud Boys the new way of saying white supremacy? it's like because anytime I hear the term Proud Boys, I never black people in general. White.
Right. So you know they're all white. They have to be white. That's fact number one.
And the fact that they branded themselves as the Proud Boys.
The boys. Like it sounds like Boy Scouts. Like
we got it here in the chat. Gooch Merkin, it's only white people protesting tonight. Yo, we took the NBA is back, nigga. We took the night off. No, Gucci Merkin, you right. They not giving us no shout outs on the camera right now. But we out there. I know we out there. It's cold, man. We will protest in the summer because when the weather's nice, we're like, nigga, we out here. It's a block party.
Right.
It's cold now. Black people are like, all right, white people. It's time to see if Black lives really matter.
I know. This is like a sneak attack. I don't know if you read like The Art of War, but he always says like, oh, attack when your enemy is not there. So if you're trying to counteract the Black Lives Matter movement, tonight's the night. Like if you're trying to jam up the gears of Black progress, wait until we're all watching the Hawks play the Clippers.
We got Skinny in here too. Skinny said black people need a break. It's the white people that Gooch Merkin, thank you for following.
Thank you for
Drink the Gooch Merkin. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know where you're from, Gooch Merkin. We appreciate it.
There we go, baby. You know what's funny? I saw Gooch Merkin and like in my head, I thought Gooch Merchant. And I was like, okay, that sounds like another term for like a sex worker. But I'm going to be honest, Gooch, baby. Job bless. Hey. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Thanks for the follow. Oh, man, we're just getting started, baby.
Oh, Skinny, where are we from? Where you from? Skinny, everybody in the chat, let Skinny know where y'all from. I'm from Jersey. John, where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And that's how we do it, baby. I'm from one of those moonshine states. And I really enjoyed my time down there. And now we're both living in Los Angeles, coming out with our shows. We got this show, Politics as Usual. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Plus, we got some more shows for y'all going on later on in the year, early next year. We'll have game night shows. We'll have rap battle shows, possibly. We'll have animated shows, plenty of stuff. So y'all stay tuned. And chat's going crazy, baby. They're saying I appreciate X83 the Jesus saying a coherent phrase this time. He says, thanks, Texas forever.
Shout out to Texas.
Shout out to Texas.
Oh,
baby.
Skinny, Dallas, Texas. Okay.
Oh, okay. Texas showing up.
Shout out to the Fort Worth area.
Texas.
Shout out to the Dallas.
Damn.
Shout out to the Big D. OKC.
Bigger in Texas.
Gooch Merkins from OKC. Okay.
Damn.
We had a police protest tonight. Homeless man shot in the back in broad daylight. Damn.
Yeah, I can't.
Prayers out to him. I hope he survived. If he didn't, R.I.P. Atlanta Jefferson, Fort Worth, baby.
Tatiana Jefferson. That's right. Tatiana
Jefferson.
Yeah. you know, the crazy thing is that you know, it just feels like every day it's you know, it's like a new name, you know, it's a new thing every single day. And the reality is that, you know, oftentimes you know, I feel really down about it, but then I'm like, damn, like it really has been this way for pretty much the entirety of US history, you know.
Yeah, can we have a quick, he said his name was Flower Man. So Tatiana Jefferson and Flower Man, can we have a quick, you know, 1-2 seconds moment of silence? Just
that's right, because
prayers to them.
Prayers to them, yeah. Because what I was gonna add too is like you know, it's like this channel, you know, has so much content because all the time there's injustice, and all the time, you know, we're having to get out and protest. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We try to, you know, bring some levity to you know, the situation going on right now. I know we got a lot of black people in the comments, some people who are not.
What's our segments for today?
Hey, straight up. So let me say this too. Today, our first segment, you know, we're just kind of going through what's going on right now with the protests. That'll be our main segment. Our second segment, y'all are in for a treat. We have because our second segment is a brand new segment called Real America. And we are going to bring on some real Americans to talk about some real American issues. We have a friend of ours who's coming in. We had our producer ask for his name, and all he told us was his name was Green Bay 69. So I guess you know, we'll just figure out who he is and what he's up to. But you know, like I said, it's like in all sorts of shows, and they want to interview celebrities and this and that. We want to talk to real America. We want to talk to you guys and other real Americans, and none of these fake Americans who are so rich that they're not really affected by problems. But let me say this too. So Green Bay 69, let's go. That's right, baby. So let me say this too. So what's going on in DC right now, in case anyone hasn't seen it on the news or anything, but you know, there's conservative groups and Proud Boys protesting against, you know, Joe Biden's election victory. You know, these like far right groups are clashing with counter protesters such as Antifa, and they're organizers of this group called Stop the Steal. Now, if y'all haven't heard about Stop the Steal, these guys who I'm sorry, this shit is killing me. This article like subtly dishes him. He says organizers of Stop the Steal who allege without evidence that the election was tainted by fraud. Like, they didn't even like throw in the diss, and they're just like, oh, by the way, they're on some bullshit.
No,
but anyway.
So wait a minute. What I was reading something there. What did it say? It urged church groups to participate in Jericho marches and prayer rallies. So Stop the Steal is trying to get the churches to pray Joe Biden away.
Right, basically. And that's really it. Like they're
You're right, Gucci Records. Stop the Steal is the fucking. It's like the Dodgers are in the World Series and they're facing somebody who steals bases all the time, and it's like, yo, if we stop the steal, everybody gets a free hot dog. It's like,
come on, guys,
it's a Dodger dog. Stop the steal. Stop the steal.
It's time for our Atlanta Braves Stop the Steal. You get 30% off a Home Depot order of $100 or more if they stop someone from stealing.
Goddamn, Skinny said the Proud Boys ripped the Black Lives Matter sign off a church and lit it on fire in DC an hour ago. Yo, what the hell does that even solve? Like, we're in the pandemic. Nobody's even going to church.
Right, exactly.
This people is just a church, you know, trying to get their couple of dollars from their couple of people members who come on Sunday.
Straight up.
They don't even have Bible study anymore. They're trying to get people to donate over church over Zoom.
Right.
Niggas like, nigga, I'm in the crib. The collection plate ain't here.
The collection plate is a pastor's cash out. That's what it is. Yeah. We're gonna pass it around.
And because the church demographic, they didn't have no bake sale, they didn't have no fish fry. They got the Black Lives Matter, and Stop the Steal is like, nah, fuck this.
You're right. Exactly.
These niggas probably voted for old Joey B.
Right. And I hate them for that shit. Yeah, yo, everybody go crazy in the chat. Skinny said Proud Boys fighting for authoritarianism one day at a time.
Right, Skinny. If you want to cash out to collection plate, we really appreciate it. We know we sent an offering around, right, but now we need it for the building fund. It's like, nigga, I'm at my house.
I know.
How's that building fund when church is at my living room?
Right, exactly. If the building collapses, no one's gonna get hurt. Y'all don't need to have a building fund right now. Yeah. So it was looking like some fights about to break out in the street on the left. You know.
Which one you see?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the one on the left. It was somebody getting right up in somebody.
Left?
Yeah, so it was somebody getting right up in somebody's face and they backed off. And you know, we're looking at the exact.
You're trying to stop the steal.
Exactly.
Maybe I
like the steal. What you gonna do about it, huh? Maybe I like the steal, huh? You don't like stealing? Yeah, we got
right.
this guy in the middle looks like a really angry Eric Andre. We don't know what he's on right now. Or he kind of looks like Chance the Rapper maybe. But yeah, this guy in the middle is real mad. It seems like a lot of just a lot of discord, man. A lot of different groups clashing. You know, we see Proud Boys down here in the bottom right as well.
I did see them in the bottom
right.
right.
You see them, right?
He's like, get back,
Exactly.
stop the steal. And then just to the left of them in the bottom middle is two black guys, just like, look, man, the cops right there. Man. Cops right there. I don't know what you want me to do.
Right. Exactly. It's like, at this point, like if the cops aren't going to stop the steal, you really can't. There's yelling "stop the steal" won't stop it. But yeah, that's the thing. It's become a big point of contention in America. Like, is there actually election fraud going on in this election? It seems to have become a huge buzzword recently.
Is it a court case yet or no?
So that's the funny thing. So let me tell you all this. So for those of you who don't know, this is actually really interesting. So Trump and his lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, former mayor of New York, Trump and his lawyer have been repeatedly attempting to, what are they proud about?
Trump's lawyer is the former mayor of New York City.
Right.
What the fuck?
Like all of it sounds like some sort of like South Park episode, but America really has transformed into a South Park episode because he's the mayor of New York who leaks from the head this weird fluid, and he has been like, he was also caught on camera recently wiping his nose and eating the booger. So you just to paint a picture of who this guy is.
Is this true?
This is true. Yeah.
Protest Party TV is saying the Supreme Court rejected the case.
Right. So let me get to that real quick. So
really?
So
wait, it's already been decided that the Supreme Court's they're not taking it?
It's already been decided.
Who fought it on camera?
We're talking about Rudy Giuliani, Trump's lawyer. He farted on camera. He's having a bad week, okay? On 1 second,
Rudy Giuliani sounds like the guy who runs the music label that never is in the videos. Right. So yeah, we got another artist.
Like he eats babies. But seriously, he's a guy. He eats boogers. He farted on camera. He runs. Raj said he tried to do the cover it up where you're like and fart at the same time. But let me get to this real quick. Let me paint this picture real quick. So what happened with this whole Stop the Steal thing is that it reached all the way to the Trump administration itself. The Trump administration in his last days was trying to overturn this election. And so they came out with all these lawsuits in pretty much every single state he lost, claiming that the election was stolen from them. They need to investigate the fraud, and they all got shot down. Like not a single one of them was a success for the Trump administration. A lot of Americans are, some people are saying,
what's Skinny talking about? Of course they did.
Yeah,
it was spearheaded.
That's right. The whole Stop the Steal cases where they got shot down. The Texas Attorney General, who is currently under investigation by the FBI for fraud. So he's just trying to get I think he's doing like a collect them all. He's trying to get all the frauds you can possibly get. Like he probably did tax fraud. He's trying to do election fraud. I think he just likes he has like a fraud fetish. Is probably because he seems like it's a lot going on.
God damn. So Trump has tried to sue everybody.
Yeah, 50
and
plus.
he lost 50 plus.
50 plus. he's a 2007. He's an 09 Lions or whatever.
Skinny, thank you so much for these facts because this is hilarious. Now I am informed. We have talking points. This nigga's got no chance to say that.
Stop the steal.
Stop the steal.
The court stop the steal.
The court stopped your ass.
He's like, I'm gonna take you to court. Basically, Donald Trump's at the point where he's trying to take court to court. Like he's trying to take the court to court because he's saying
he's trying to take court to court.
He's a 2018 Rockets trying to shoot 30.
It's kangaroo court.
Right, exactly. He's really not doing great. Yo, straight up, hey.
Coach American, just subscribe. Tier 1 subscription. Hey. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're definitely gonna drink to that.
That's right, baby. Make that buy freedoms now that we got a Gucci merchant to subscribe, baby.
Skinny, all they had is affidavits, no hard evidence. Trump had the Supreme Court to be heavily conservative for this case, and they still said, "Fuck out of here, nigga."
Yeah. Fuck you, too. What you gonna do?
Skinny just follow Protest Party.
Hey,
thank you, Skinny.
Appreciate it, Skinny. Hey, baby, you know what it is. We appreciate the love so much. Y'all let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you think about the world of politics.
Oh, Dice Tube is in here?
Dice 2, baby. We got a regular back, baby.
The justice he appointed rejected his case.
Damn.
The justices he appointed.
Right.
What's that mean?
So this is just what you were saying earlier.
So that's what you meant by
Skinny just subscribe, baby.
Subscribe, God damn.
Yeah.
We get the subscriptions.
We're getting so many like follows and subscriptions. We can't get appointed. I fucking love it. Y'all interrupt the fuck out of us.
Fuck what we talking about.
That's right, exactly.
Raj is right. Shots. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you're from.
Bro.
Dice 2 drinking country time.
There we go. Hey, let's go. Country time. That's that fucking dark liquor we'll be drinking down in Georgia. That's how we love it. That's how we do it, baby. I want to say this too. We like for those of y'all, again, you know, we're drinking Four Freedoms London Dry Gin, or if you're my mom, this is water. So yeah, we want to let everybody know, you know, we let us know what you're drinking. We're drinking.
But
too.
no, so you said Trump appointed these people. He handpicked the jury, and they still was like, nah.
We're not going down with you. It's probably like everybody who was friends with Ja Rule when he got into it with 50 Cent. They're like, okay, like, we don't want to be on your side when your career is gone.
Listen, we like you, but we from New York.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So basically, so you asked what are justices? So the Supreme Court justices, you know, this is they make up the Supreme Court, and so you know, there was a couple deaths that happened, and so Donald Trump made sure to appoint, you know, these conservative judges because he thought, okay, they're conservatives, they'll sympathize with me, they'll help me out to maybe overturn Roe versus Wade, the abortion thing, or they might help me overturn the election. And then, yeah, as it turns out, I don't know, I feel like there was like a Boondocks episode about this where like
Skinny, you're right. And that's what I was waiting for because we talked about this on a previous episode. We live in LA. So when the Dodgers won, city went crazy. I was downtown, police out there with rubber bullets. Lakers won, same thing. People doing donuts in the middle of the street. They spinning out, going into the front of routes. But when the election happened, I feel like it was a soft blow because it was still, we got to count the balance. Oh, we're going to protest. So that's what I was waiting for the Supreme Court to either pick up this case or drop it. And because they're dropping it, I think it's going to go smoothly. Like Donald Trump has no choice now but to get the fuck on.
That's right. Yeah, and now he'll have to do that. So let me let y'all know something real quick. We are gonna go to break in 1 minute. Once we get back, we are gonna have our guest on our new segment, Real America, where we're gonna have real Americans talk to you about real American issues.
5-minute break.
That's right. We'll have a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back soon. So yeah, we want to let y'all know. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Or you know, if you gotta look down at your phone.
Gooch Burger smoking a ball. I might roll up with you this man. I might roll up with you.
There we go. Hey, I wish you know that would be possible, but then I would lose my deposit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just fucking. I knew you fucking knew that. But let me say this too. You know, like I said, appreciate y'all. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
You can see there's a DC. This man is in a motorized wheelchair, wearing Proud Boys like clothing. You know, we're careful with the language here because we don't want to misidentify, so a lot of times we're just calling what it appears to be. People are chucking items across the police line now. Bottles. And the other thing that's noteworthy, people on both sides of this police line, the protesters for Trump and those against Trump, have it looks like almost bulletproof vests, not saying they are, but look to be. Also have shields, some of them. I mean, they came here ready for combat. DC police in riot gear here, coming to assist. Ma'am, I'm with ABC 7 News. I'm just covering what's going on. You live in the DC area? This is clashing with the protesters for and against Trump. Your thoughts about this, driving and being in the middle? Did you come down to see this, or did you get caught and you just get caught in the melee.
And the GPS isn't caught up with like where streets are closed off and not. I'm literally trying to get lost.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you get on with your way. Thanks for talking with us. You too. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Again, these cars, as she just said, GPS is not updated with these closures because this is all happening in real time. People are migrating from one street to another, and police are just trying to keep up with it all. I don't want to say it's chaos down here, but it's very, very tense. It's very touch and go, and the weather is nice tonight, and I think that is keeping a lot of people out here. If it was 20 degrees, it would be a different story, but the condition.
And they told me to wait here, and then they walked over there. But then they left. So I don't know. We're being good listeners, and I'm waiting here, but I don't really feel generally.
Yeah, and he was pretty he had like metal.
Lock it down! Hey, take a knee. Listen. Hey, listen.
I ain't taking no fucking shit with nobody. You know what?
Get on
I'm
that.
gonna
Get the fuck out. Get out, bitch. Get out. Hey, take a knee, guys. Our brother's in the hospital right now fighting for his life. We just found out. Let's say a prayer for this guy. Let's do a moment of silence for our brother right now. Shut up, lady. Get that fucking trick out of here. Get that fucking lady out of here. That fucking motherfucker. We got a brother right now fighting for his fucking life. Let's take a moment of silence. Two right now that might not fucking pull through because these goddamn communist motherfuckers want to come in here and start some shit. So think about that shit right now. Put that shit deep in your motherfucking hearts, right? So for the next minute, let's sit here, let's fucking think about this shit and shut the fuck up and have some respect for our brothers, Roger? Roger!
I'll smack her in the mouth. I'm gender fluid. You didn't say that. Yes, I did. I meant it too.
That's my size. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Let's go, boys. We're going through them.
They wouldn't get
Break the line, officer. 1 minute. 5 minutes. Before you guys get hurt. None of our guys get hurt. Everybody back up. Give these guys some power.
You guys noticed that one building burned today?
Hey, Proud Boys, step on right now. We got guys fighting right now. They want you to change
No, it's not. We're going to protest with them. Black Lives Matter.
Those stores are looted for a fucking reason. We all fucking put our families on the fucking line, our jobs on the fucking line, because this country's goddamn worth it.
He knows I'm not antagonizing him. I'm just fucking with him.
You guys taking oaths to defend the Constitution? If you did,
You're defending against it right now.
All right, boss. We're getting out of their way. I'm such a win.
Remember, take a selfie with you, or are you
They literally had to pick me back up. He's over there somewhere. For what it's worth, did you notice the eyes on the one you were standing right in front of? I might explain that to chat when we're not standing right next to him.
Am I gonna help?
There he is. In case you're all wondering, other side of the barricades. They're hiding over there.
USA! 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 Fuck Antifa! Fuck around and find out, goddammit! That's right, fuck around and find out! We're the power in this nation! Fuck around and fucking find out! He's talking around and find out! Fuck around and find out! Fuck around and find out! We get up every morning, lace up our boots, and go to work.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
For this shit.
He was an artilleryman. He can't hear.
People into their positions of power. We have the right and the ability to take it back. It's our fucking nation.
What's up, America? I'm Jonathan Hollis. With me is Sean Connor. Yo, thank you so much for staying with us after our break. We took a little break, take a little breather from this crazy world of politics, but we're gonna bring it right back. With a good sense of humor too, man. You gotta approach this stuff with a sense of humor. If you don't, it'll drive you crazy. So today, this is our brand new segment called Real America, where we talk to real Americans about real American problems. A lot of people, a lot of TV shows, they want to have, fake Americans. Like some people just look fake. Like some people don't look like they're real. Like we're just talking about Rudy Giuliani, how he looks like the villain in like a 90s Disney movie who wants to like take away the rec center from the kid so he can build an apartment complex. You know what I mean? But it's like he's a real person. He doesn't seem real, but a lot of people are just very like odd and strange, but and sometimes they're bad, but sometimes they're good. One of those good people is our real American we have with us right now, Green Bay 69. Hello, Green Bay 69. Where are you coming at us from?
It's a location unknown. I would like to keep it that way. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I was gonna guess Green Bay, but I guess it could be anywhere on Earth. So Green Bay 69. How are you feeling right now about the situation over here in Washington D.C.? We're looking at all these protests. There's people yelling, going crazy, screaming, and that's just Alex Jones. So you tell us right now. What do you feel like these protests are gonna be ongoing and going crazy, or do you feel like they might subside after a couple nights once people kind of accept the results of the election?
Well, I'm feeling pretty optimistic that this protest will lead to what I like to call a white civil war. Now, what we're basically seeing is the Alex Jones whites go against the MSNBC whites. And I'm really hoping that this protest kicks it off because I'm honestly looking forward to them killing each other.
Okay, I love this topic and I'm very interested.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a few topics, not a few topics, a few, maybe visual cues? How can I identify an Alex Jones white versus MSNBC in this civil war when I see them going at it? How do I tell which side is which?
That's a good question, King. So you see, Alex Jones white is very different from the MSNBC white. Alex Jones white carries two things in their hands. One is a book about how to burn out the government. Another one would be a Hoobastank album. And the difference. While an MSNBC white carries also two things in their hands. That is a copy of Richard Dawkins' book.
Okay.
Album.
That's right. They are frequently seen listening to Coldplay. I think Green Bay 69 may be onto something. You know, a lot of the common trend amongst MSNBC whites is rock bands that are way past their prime, and no one's asking them to make music, and yet they still keep doing it. And I don't know why Coldplay still do. I mean, honestly, I think it's pretty safe to say they need to stop it. Now, let me ask you this too, because a lot of people have been discussing the prospect of a race war of sorts, and I think it's kind of interesting thinking about this whole conservative whites versus liberal or neoliberal whites, because that's really how America used to be. It really used to be like people who felt like they were the OG white people, like the Protestants. They like hated people who were Catholic. Like when JFK ran for president, everyone should have been on board with JFK. I mean, he had sex with Marilyn Monroe. He was a veteran. He was good looking. He wasn't Richard Nixon. Like really, but there's people out there who are really mad that he was Catholic. Do you feel like it's more likely that the race war will be white on white, or do you feel like there might be some sort of event that happens soon where now it's like white people versus black people or black people versus Latinos?
You see here, fellow black man, the war will be unlike any other civil war that's happened in centuries' time. This war will be, yes, white on white focused, but not just certain types of whites, like poor whites versus uber poor whites, rich whites versus uber rich whites, suburban whites versus apartment whites. So you're going to be having many different whites across the spectrum of living situations fighting in this war. Like why, we might see a battle between the white soccer moms and the white ballerina moms. Who's child living in shadow?
In your opinion, who's more prepared for the white civil war? Is it the urban whites or is it the rural whites?
Surprisingly, the urban whites. All that. Opioid.
I'm surprised by that.
Wines. Yeah, man. I tell you, bro, it's the suburban whites. The opioids.
Yeah, they're like the Nazis. The Nazis, they would take meth to like power themselves up and just fight for days on it. It'd be the same. Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Like all those wine moms, they'll be drinking so much wine they won't feel any pain from the rifles, and they'll just be shooting back like fucking. They'll be like the Visigoths in Germany. Like they'll just be like guys who are just berserkers. Like you just can't defeat them. Like nothing will stop them. Honestly, I kind of agree with that take as well because in the original American Civil War, that was one of the reasons the North won. They were just so coordinated, and the South, they were all guys that had been raised shooting guns and all that, but they also had scurvy, and they also couldn't count. And they also, like they didn't know how to read. So it's like, you got like those guys going up against, guys with like formations, guys who have already they already have generals who have fought wars, like the Revolutionary War. You know what I mean? So it's like, or at least guys who are more coordinated. So let me ask you about this too. So we've talked about it's a cataclysmic event such as a civil war, but let's talk about something that might be more near and dear to people's hearts. Not everyone's thinking about war all the time. Looking to the future, about 4 in 10 Americans say they are very worried about moral values in America. Like a lot of people say they're very worried about the moral values of Americans in the future. Do you feel like America is regressing in terms of morality, or do you feel like we are maybe like getting just a diversity of the definition of morality? From your point of view, do you see America as becoming less moral, and like what websites or things you've seen on social media might indicate that?
No, that's a very interesting question. John, correct?
Right.
John, your slave name. Now,
government name.
I would slave government. The same thing. Think about it. Now, I would ask. The question is a very interesting question. I would say it's a mixture. There's some ways that we're becoming more immoral, but other ways we're becoming moral. Like I believe you're going to see it basically kind of like a Play-Doh, just all coming together. One kid has this big ball Play-Doh, playing with it, lumping it, and before you know it, it's going to be a cannon directed at you and your family. You got to figure out, do I have to kill this child with this Play-Doh? His hands? And that's what's going to be going on. That's what I see happening.
I can see that. And
here, brother, it's all within us, and that's what we got to prepare for in this upcoming white on white war.
Right, right. And hey, you know, after this show, I will be changing my name to Jonathan X. Because you know, we need to make some changes here. But let me ask you this too. You know, getting to some more abstract topics. You know, there's been a lot of conspiracy talk on our show right now. We talked about QAnon earlier. I want to run some conspiracy theories by you, just because you know you're wearing shades indoors, and you strike me as a conspiracy theory kind of guy. Either that or a DJ. So let me ask you: do you think what do you think is the real? A lot of people claim that aliens actually built the pyramids, even though there's substantial evidence that it was the ancient Egyptians. What do you think about that conspiracy theory? Do you think there's any credibility to aliens being the actual builders of the pyramids?
No, that's a good question, my brother. Like the real aliens, if you think about it, are us, the black people. We are the real aliens that were left here a long time ago. And in a way, us building pyramids was us trying to get in contact with our home planets. Right. We're hoping has seen the pyramid and hoping has gotten our signal and is hoping they will come to save us from this hellhole that we've been at for the last thousands and thousands and thousands of years. That's a conspiracy that I do heavily support and I believe is true. Yes.
The Anunnaki.
So hey, yo, let me say this too. Honestly, me and Sean were actually conversing about this earlier. You know, my point of view, and I want to get your point of view too, Sean. I feel like the slaves would probably be really insulted that people think aliens built it. Like, imagine you just spent your whole life just destroying your back, dragging a 2-ton rock up a hill to get to the top of the pyramid to lay it there, and then thousands of years later they just take the credit away from you, saying E.T. built the pyramid. Like these guys would be like, "Yo, like I miss my son's birthday. I miss my anniversary.
I miss my birthday every year.
I don't even know my birthday. I'm a slave. All I do all day is stack these blocks." You guys want to say, fucking like all
the only birthday I ever had was the day I was born.
Exactly. I don't know my parents. They got crushed. A rock fell on them when someone didn't stack it right. I don't even have a fucking parent. Hey, yo, straight up, but that's how it really was. Yeah, I think that there's definitely a white guy that came up with that. No black people believe that aliens built the pyramids. That's just us going against our own work ethic on that one. We didn't outsource that. I think we really did. But hey, or you know, maybe black people are the aliens and we're from another planet. You never know. Green Bay 69.
It is said though on December 21st that when the moon is full and the stars are no more, that we black people will show our true alien powers.
I've been hearing about this. Now, can you explain a little bit more about this? Like what this is rooted in and how this came to be?
Oh, yes, Brother Sean. You see, if you look back in the works of Booker T. Washington and Frederick Douglass back in the late 1800s, they talk about a moment of time when black people finally freed, that truly free, I mean, that we gain a sense of power within us. Not just a metaphor, but a real power. And it's said that on December 21st, when again the moon is full and the stars are no more, we will show these true powers. Powers that will unite us as a community and will usher us on the top of the food chain, basically.
December 21st this year.
Exactly.
Now, that is the same day that the NBA season starts. Now, what if they come out there and they're just like NBA jams, jumping up to the roof?
Yo, the Monstars are literally going to be
lights on fire.
Like it's literally like Space Jam. Like there will be real Monstars on the court.
So say you get your black superpowers. Are you using them for evil or for good?
Well, now that depends on Nietzsche's idea of definition of evil and good.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Scholar.
Evil to a regular person would be like going around punching a cop, burying his wife, and radicalizing his child to hate cops. I call that good. So when I get my powers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a cop, marry his wife, radicalize his whole blue-eyed white children, and hate cops, basically. That's what I do for the good ones.
Blue-eyed white children. I think I had that Yu-Gi-Oh card at one point. Now let's get to a different conspiracy theory, one that's actually relevant to our show. Raj said I think I might need another shot of Crown. Hey, that's what we're talking about, baby. We'll drink to that. Hey.
Now, there's a conspiracy theory I would like to bring up that was told around the neighborhood. that pertains to the whole white on white war that's going to happen. The conspiracy theory I'm talking about is the fact that supposedly Janet Jackson is hiding an adult love child. Now, according to my sources, it said if you watch certain episodes during her fame and it's during her stint, you can tell that she's clearly pregnant by certain ways the camera is shot or positioned during her scenes, and that she had hidden her love child in order for her to continue to have a career. Because she had a child, we wouldn't have any Rhythm Nation, we wouldn't have Nasty, we wouldn't have Scream, we wouldn't have any of that shit. And so until she releases her adult love child out into the wild, we will forever be doomed in this cycle of political violence. But if she does release it into the wild, then it will be starting the white on white war, and us black people can just sit back and relax and watch the onslaught of this their depravity.
Hell yeah! Hey, I'm looking forward to. I can't. On that note, I can't wait to go on World Star Hip Hop and see like a title like "They Wildin': White on white crime." It turns into an all-out war! Exclamation point! Like I can't wait to see like what Instagram, what Twitter's gonna look like. Once this war breaks out.
That's my best case scenario, the white on white war. Because I'm gonna be at home watching this shit on YouTube. Like, God damn, they wild.
Exactly. Exactly. Yo, let me say this too, real quick. We had there's another conspiracy that I wanted to cover as well. Which pertains to what's going on right here on our screen. I don't know if you have Protest Party TV pulled up, but we have, instead of, in the middle of the screen, this is like dude trying to pick up this girl. I don't think he's interviewing her. I think he's trying to get her number. Basically, we have all these protests breaking out. People shoving, people yelling, people pushing. Again, this is just the one with Alex Jones on it. And so basically, it's all of this is because many people allege that the 2020 U.S. election was fraudulent. They're claiming that people either like stole a bunch of Trump votes or threw out a bunch of Trump votes, or maybe like saw like a Trump vote and it was like, hell nah, fuck that shit, and then threw it in the trash. Do you think that do you think there's any chance that the 2020 election was actually stolen?
Now, Jonathan, or who I like to call, I'll call you Mufasa.
There you go. Sound like them too.
I would say, when you think about stolen, what I think about is land being stolen. For people who wanted to help another group of people out. I think of stolen. What I think of in terms of this, I just think of you had a basketball, you aimed for the hoop, and you did a shack. It was right there in front of you, but you just kept missing and missing and missing and missing. And everyone wants to tell you, it's okay. Just move on, continue doing it. But you're so determined to get that free throw shot that you end up embarrassing yourself.
Who's Antifa?
Straight up, man, straight up. And that's the thing too, because when we say that, it's so funny. I feel like that might even be like an innate trait that a lot of people have. Like I remember being on the playground with my friends at the Y, when I was in elementary school, and every time I missed a shot, I'd be like, no, let me get it back. One more, and I just keep saying one more. I keep breaking it over and over again. I was like Dwight Howard when he got on the Hawks. I just everyone expected me to make it, and I just didn't, because I made some a while back, but not then. Real quick on the comments are going crazy right now, bro. Aaron Edwards, because Sean just said, what is Antifa? So let's talk about that real quick. Because this guy on Facebook commented, Antifa spent the last 6 hours running, and all of this is happening because people are sick of people looting and burning shit. Now, this is our segment called Real America. We want to get a real America take on this. What do you think? So this guy said, he says DC police are protecting Antifa right now. Do you think that Antifa is a real threat? Do you think that they're just like those MSNBC guys you said earlier that have no arms except kale and kombucha?
No, they're only I said that Antifa was only a real threat for people who do not want the white on white civil war to happen.
Right.
I would say that they are blessed in disguise. They're like Gabriel's trumpet from heaven. Send upon this precursor to the white on white civil war, and bring their own form of justice.
So they're gonna wipe away
They're gonna wipe all the way. Like it said in the theory section of the white on white civil war, the final battle will take place in the whitest of whitest institutions, and I refer to that as Walmart. It is said that the MSNBC whites will come in blasting the Coldplay, and the Alex Jones whites will come in blasting the Hoobastanks. And it said that the volume of both the sounds will be so overwhelming that both sides will be taken out. And in this place, the Antifa whites will come in and be the new race of white people.
Yeah, so what I'm picturing, Sean, is it'll just be like Dragon Ball Z when two people would, like have like a beam or like a punch and they would like collide and there would just be a big like explosion, like every time at the same time. It's probably just gonna be like, Goku squaring off against somebody else. Just like that. So I don't think either one's gonna be Goku. I think they might be I don't know. What's funny? I was about to make a Dragon Ball Z reference, but my mom didn't let me watch it because she thought it was too violent. So yeah, I'm just gonna scrap that bit.
So in the white on white war, after the smoke clears, what's the aftermath look like? And what do the whites? Who are the whites that are left standing? Are they on our side? Are they then gonna turn around and say, okay, we won our white battle. Now we want to take on the real people? How does this end?
That's a good question, man. So after the war is over, after the dust is cleared, what will be standing in the whites' place will be a generation of white people who support black people in a way, but they do it in a way where they want to make themselves feel good. So whenever they see a black person in the street, they immediately will take out their video camera and they will film themselves giving that black person $5. And in a way, it will be basically a form of reparations from that black person to that black person, but in the same way as the form of I'm a good person, here's $5. Go on, Tyrone. Even though that black man's name is not Tyrone, it's Terrence.
There you go. That's right. Straight up. And look, if reparations need to come in a sexual way, maybe that's what has to happen, man. Maybe me personally, I say we give all black men in America free Pornhub premium. I say if reparations comes in that form, that's fine. If we should get at least one like freebie for an OnlyFans. Every black person should get a voucher for that. It's the least they could do for as an apology for all the racism we've been subjected to. Now, let me talk about this too real quick. So one scandal that came up, because we talked about the first conspiracy was that the 2020 election was fake, and they're pulling the wool over our eyes, and only Alex Jones and his megaphone can save us. But another thing that Alex Jones is trying to save us from using his megaphone is apparently this a demonic cult that apparently rules the world. He's claiming that globalists who are very evil and maybe also pedophiles are secretly pulling the strings like we're their puppet, and so yeah, basically claiming that the world is ruled by a shadow government, like a new world order, and that there's a person who goes by Q, who is a secret informant. He has the scoop, and he's gonna be the one to liberate us and show us all the truth, hit us with the proof that there's a new world order. Do you think that QAnon has any legitimacy? And if so, who do you think Q may actually be?
Well, I believe that QAnon does have some form of legitimacy. I mean, for example, they were right about the whole sex ring going on, particularly in the case of Hillary Duff, which was led by former QAnon turned porn star Jenna Jameson. And I believe that while their intentions are noble at times, I feel like the overzealousness has almost gotten people killed in a direct way. Now, to answer your question about whether or not who Q is, I believe that Q is really the friend that you make alongside with you on a journey of QAnon. The Q is basically you, me, you, me, you, me, all of us representing a goal to take down these pedophile rings and to maybe some vague riding.
So you're saying Q isn't about the destination; it's about the journey.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
Honestly, I love that idea. It's like, Q is more like less of like a real. It's more akin to the plot of the movie Cars than it is, the plot of anything. Like it's really weird. It's like, you think oh, like finding Q is the important thing. But then, what about all the laughs we enjoyed with Alex Jones? What about all the fun times we had with our friends in the streets, screaming at people who have nothing to do with this stuff, telling them to stop the steal? It's about the experiences. That's what makes us really happy. Yeah, because a lot of people are claiming that this is, just a McCarthyism type thing, like a Salem witch trial type thing. They're just after nobody. But what I gotta say is, some conspiracy theories may actually be true. Because I'm gonna ask Sean about this too. Some conspiracy theories that turn out to be true. Because how about this? Let's do it this way. I'm gonna give you one that turned out to be true and get your take on it. Sean will offer one that turned out to be true as well. You might want to talk about Bohemian Grove. You might want to talk about some other stuff. But I want to ask you about this program. So it was a conspiracy theory called COINTELPRO, in which the government was trying to log data on and try to delegitimize and debase and intimidate certain civil rights leaders and socialists and people like that the government didn't like at the time. One particular initiative in COINTELPRO that really stood out to me. I can't say this without laughing, but the government really the United States government tried to convince everyone that Malcolm X was gay. Like their big plan to stop the Malcolm X information empire was telling everyone that he's bisexual or that he's one of those people that might go on both sides. So do you think that so with that in mind, do you think that the U.S. government might still be doing that? Do you think they might still be doing COINTELPRO in its own way, where they might be going on logging information on people in Antifa, logging information on Proud Boys and possibly sabotaging their movements? Do you think the government's still doing that?
In a way, they are, but they're doing it through, ways that people wouldn't expect them to. Case in point, Lil Wayne supporting Trump. That was definitely, that was definitely part of that. You got a man who drinks syrup on a regular, not addicted, he said, and it comes out of woodwork one day saying, I'm voting for Trump. That's the government shit. The only thing, he supports will be a good bottle of Listerine. And I would say that it's, definitely part of the bigger picture to get famous Black celebrities to come out of the woodwork and say things that are kind of bequeathing of a certain Black celebrity. Like, case in point, I forgot the man's name, but he voiced Miles Morales in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film.
Yeah.
Watch his tweets. He talked about Rosa Parks could have taken the lift instead of riding the bus.
Damn.
Not knowing that lift did not exist in the 1950s. Now, why did this Black man give a platform? Why was he given a platform to say some ignorant shit about it? So yes, to answer your question, slave named Jonathan, I would say that that program does still exist today, but they're doing it in very bizarre ways.
I would agree. I think that back in the day it was real, and today it's real. Like they get dirt. Getting dirt was kind of, you had to really work. You had to hire a private eye. Nowadays, people just post their dirt online, or it's in their iPhone. So the NSA just has all the dirt, and that's the new COINTELPRO. They're like, hey, if you don't say that you like Trump, we're gonna post this video of you fucking a baby or some shit like that. Right. And then the next thing you know, Lil Wayne's out there dancing like lollipop. It's like, why do we care about his opinion anyway? Right. But you know what? Yeah, there was rumors also that Martin Luther King had a gay lover. But the whole COINTELPRO thing, it was definitely real back then, and it's definitely real today. In the document, it said we need to stop the rise of a Black Messiah. So they already know that we was on God type time, and they was shutting that shit down.
And they sure were, and because it's so interesting, because the joke I was about to make that actually turned out to be the truth, you know, because what you just said is so true. That, you know, NSA kind of is a new form of them trying to find stuff to smear us with, or them logging data on us. You know, they kind of get it from you know, maybe the government, or they get it from you know, social media apps that you know, sell our information. Mm-hmm. But what's so interesting to me is, like I was about to say, maybe the new program that they have is just called "Let Them Say Whatever Dumb Shit They Were Gonna Say." I think that's the new program, and I think, you know, what they're doing is they're letting Lil Wayne say whatever he wants to say and do whatever he wants to do, and they'll just let him incriminate himself. He has all sorts of songs saying, "Yeah, I got these guns, I got, you know, AKs, I got 9s, I got 22s," and then what do you like? This literally just happened. Like, Lil Wayne got busted for on a legally owned gun charges. So, you know, it seems like with a lot of these rappers, you know, COINTELPRO is just the government listening to their discography and like picking out the crimes and like just going from there, you know,
and matching it up with their time.
Right. Like, well, he was at Guns R Us at 12 p.m. The day he recorded this album. So maybe he was freestyling about a crime he really did commit. And you know, I just realized that happened to YNW Melly, didn't it? That happened to Melly. Yeah, it's like he made a song called "Murder on My Mind," and then they were like, "All right, well, we don't need to do a polygraph test. We don't need the lie detector because, you know, you said you already told us what was on your mind. It was killing that person in cold blood." So let me ask you. And matter of fact, so let's have Sean. Sean, you ask him a question. Green Bay 69. You know, do you about a conspiracy theory that you like or that you are interested in that turned out to be true? And I want to hear what he has to say on this.
Well, as we were talking about Alex Jones earlier, Alex Jones actually did a small documentary on him visiting the Bohemian Grove, which is kind of like Coachella for billionaires or for the super elite. I'm sure some billionaires go to Coachella as well, but this Coachella weekend is super exclusive, where these guys wear the typical shaman type robes, and they all run around in the forest together. They get naked, they have sex, they pray to a 50-foot owl, they have a mock sacrifice. It's basically a getaway weekend where all the most powerful people in the world's leaders and politicians and people that lead oligarchies and monarchies, they come together and they all get dirt on each other. They all fuck each other, and they all have this secret weekend. So when they go back to the regular world, they have ties to each other to make deals.
Now, Brother Sean, I agree with that. I heard about that theory about the Bohemian Grove Club. Actually, I remember reading an article in Conspiracy Times. It was a direct quote from Richard Nixon, direct quote about the Bohemian Grove, where he, in his words, said, "It is the gayest thing possible."
Yeah.
I don't know what he meant by that. In a way, he could obviously meant it was the happiest thing that is possible. You know, he could also mean it's the most colorful thing that's possible. You know, there's a number of things that you just don't know what he meant by that statement. But I do agree with you about the Bohemian Grove Club. Like, I support that theory because I've too seen that video of them all in the hoods surrounding that giant owl statue and burning an effigy, basically, to it, if I remember correctly, while pretty much speaking self-validation type words to themselves and self-supportive friends. Yeah. Now, this gay sex part, I am quite troubled by it. I'm really quite troubled by it. I think the only thing that could be seen as close as gay is one man deciding to urinate in the bushes, another man urinating alongside with him and looking at his dick and being like, "You do well, man. You see." That's the closest thing I believe that's considered gay at this retreat for over 2 weeks.
Yeah, I could definitely see Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton seems like that kind of guy. I feel like he pulls up next to you at the urinals and he's like, "Hey, nice going." And he just fucking like, and he just walks off.
All
like,
right, looks like you're working with something else.
Right, exactly. Vote for me. It's not a fucking thing, you know. Honestly, you know, we and it's so interesting because we've talked about Bohemian Grove before on the show, but it's just such a crazy conspiracy theory, and to me, it's wild that it has gotten, at least from my point of view, so little coverage in not just mainstream press, but also on the internet. Like I feel like the whole idea, like all of this turning out to be, if all this was completely confirmed, that would be an absolutely earth-shattering moment. And honestly, I would need a drink. Raj says shots, we drinking right now. Oh. That's right. We drinking our favorite brand of liquor, Four Freedoms London Dry Gin. It's our favorite liquor because it's $4 at Vaughn's. All right.
Now, brother, what the liquor? Who was that? Who was that liquor created by?
So I mean, it says London Dry, so I guess assuming it. I don't know if it had anything to do with London, but it was probably a bunch of white guys. We gotta be honest.
Now, is it the tears for the white man you be drinking on here?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, because they probably pay them nothing at this facility, so it probably is some white people tears mixed in.
Amen, brother. Amen.
That's right. So, but that's the thing too, because it's like the Bohemian Grove. If it's confirmed, that is an earth shattering. That's got to be one of the craziest news stories ever. If we find out for certain. But the thing is, they want to. What makes it more suspicious is that they don't want us to find out about it, and they because one thing that a friend of mine pointed out, a friend of mine named Justin, he said that nobody else is allowed in except the people on the invite list. You have to be as famous as Bill Gates or Ronald Reagan. Those are the people that have been to this event. I mean, there is a photo of Ronald Reagan at this event. Like, this is not like conjecture. There is photographic proof he was there. But just the whole concept of it being so secretive. Women are not allowed too. That's another thing. Women are not allowed at these Bohemian Grove events. Like there's no Carly Fiorina's not there. Hillary Clinton's not there. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a big thing against Hillary Clinton, but if she was there, I know for sure she would kill the vibe. Like she would be like, hey, don't
her in her pantsuit,
right?
Wouldn't get the party started.
You jumping on that table isn't very prudent of you, Jimmy Carter. Like. Do you think that maybe this is an indication that something nefarious is going on at the Bohemian Grove? I mean, they have this no girls allowed rule like it's a pillow fort and they're 5 years old. What do you think might be the cause of that?
No, I think what the cause of it is just dudes being dudes.
The boys.
Think about it. These are powerful men who just have a busy schedule where they just can't be a dude. This event, it gives them 2 weeks to be dudes, and I'm talking about being dudes. You know what I mean? Like, again, taking dumps near trees, pissing in the lake, doobie,
farting, cursing, and jerking off.
Right. Dude stuff, man.
Dude stuff.
You want to take a break. You just want to be a dude. You just don't want to care about what everyone else is thinking about you. And I think that's why they don't allow women in there, because they'll be self-conscious about the fact that, oh man, here comes Barbara.
Right.
I don't want Barbara to see me take a dump, but I just got to take this dump right now. And so, think about it, it's just self-consciousness that they want to be gross, but they don't want to be judged while being gross.
There you go. That's just got to be, and it makes so much sense because it feels like they had got to, they got to be the kind of people who are very much opposed to, having really anybody tell them what to do. One thing that I kind of have picked up on about people in high positions of power, they hate having people tell them what to do, especially ones in media. So many people like Joe Rogan, who I don't know if he's at the Bohemian Grove. I think if he was, he'd probably do an episode about it on his show. But it's like this guy wouldn't move to Texas as soon as they were like, hey, they were like raising taxes on the rich, doing the lockdown, and he was like, you know what, I want to go to a state where I can just have like $1 billion in untaxed revenue that I have under my mattress and no one's gonna look at it twice. And also I want to go to a state that's just a free for all right now, where everyone can cough on each other and shit. But if you buy a ranch, you won't get coughed on. He wants that wide open space. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with all this Bohemian Grove stuff. I think it'll be kind of weird if if they do start. Honestly, what would be funny if they had like a kind of like an SJW moment. They're like, oh, we need to make this diverse. We need to have more women at Bohemian Grove. And they invited a bunch of girls, and everyone started complaining about how dirty it was, and everybody was having all these problems. Who knows, man? Let's talk about something real quick. We'll have a couple more topics, then we'll go to our lightning round. The Green Bay 69. If you want to stay on for our lightning round, like I said, we love hearing from real Americans, so we'll keep you on if you want to hear from that. But right now, I want to go to another conspiracy theory that has been pretty prevalent throughout U.S. history, and it is that John F. Kennedy was actually not just killed by Lee Harvey Oswald sitting up in a building. Now, I don't know if you know much about this topic, but it's a very.
I wasn't killed by Lee Harvey Oswald.
He might still be alive. You never know, man. JFK might still be alive. But theories ranging from JFK didn't actually die to, there's another shooter standing on a grassy knoll across the way. Also, people claiming that the CIA orchestrated the whole thing, or that the mob orchestrated it. Like, Tony Soprano called it in. Or, some people claiming that, the mob and the CIA are linked and that they're teaming up. Now, I don't know if that's true because, people at the time really, really hated Catholics. There's a lot of anti-Catholic stuff going on. And all the mob guys are Catholic. And, I feel like America wasn't past the whole, like, oh, we don't want to hire Italian guys thing anymore. So I don't know if that one's true, but I want to hear from you, a real American. Do you feel like JFK, it's more likely that he was killed according to the story we were told, or do you think it's more likely that one of these conspiracy versions is actually the truth?
Now, JFK conspiracy theories are a very interesting one. The one he described to me about him really not being dead, it kind of reminds me, basically, sounding like a white Tupac theory. Somewhere out in the green fields of Ireland is a 100-year-old man who goes by the name of Joe Kennedy. You can possibly get out there.
John Doe.
To other conspiracy theories about, whether or not Kennedy got shot or not, I would really ask the question: did Kennedy throw his shot?
You never know.
Throwing his shot at the wrong woman, who was probably linked with some big-time CIA chief, who was upset and he got spurred. He was like, "I'm gonna kill this nigga now." And that nigga happened to be the president of the United States. And so you really think about it, it was just, the real conspiracy is just a man get caught in his feelings because his woman was flirting with another man.
Hey, you never know. You never know. And to be honest, that actually sounds more likely than the whole mob thing. Because, maybe the mob did kill JFK, maybe they didn't. But one thing I know for certain is whenever there's a guy out there and somebody else is hitting on his girlfriend, he always feels the need to fight him. He always feels like there's always no one ever is like, I just let it slide. Like even mild mannered, like I bet you if someone said like to Melinda Gates, like, "Yo, what's your number?" Like Bill would probably be like, "All right, you know what? I'm about to get my next suit that I got at Bohemian Grove."
John Curtis said, "Let's switch gears and ponder if aliens have seized control."
Uh-oh, have aliens controlled America, Green Bay? Do you think aliens have controlled America?
Well, that's an interesting one. My idea is that they probably, have controlled America, but they've been controlling it for the last 6 years.
Damn.
Sorry,
just the last 7.
I mean, they probably came into the middle of the Obama administration. And were like, "Hey, looks like
all right, we've been here for hundreds of years, but now we're here to take over."
I believe I know what was a direct correlation that reveals their 7-year plan to take over America. If you listen to the widely popular Yeezus album, including the tracks Bound 2. Bound 2 wasn't about loving your wife or about, letting, Ray J know to back off. It was about America knowing that you're bound to this host. This host has to be implanting your brain, implanting your feet, implanting your ears, implanting your eyes, implanting your soul. And you better be ready because it's going to happen to you. Because we listen to it clearly, the beats aren't just harmonious love beats or just military beats going on. And it's preparing you because you're basically becoming a puppet now. And who made the song Puppet? Tyler, the Creator, and Kanye West. Remember, it's all connected.
Think about it. It's all connected, Sean. What do you think? I think there's some tracks on Yeezus that sound like an alien did help produce them. I think there might be something to this theory. Hey, we got any Kanye fans? Y'all make some noise in the chat. Raj, DJ Bunny, we appreciate y'all showing up. John Curtis, appreciate y'all joining up. Honestly, John Curtis, I'm inclined to believe that. I think as crazy as things have been, I think there might be some sort of alien influence going on in America right now. You know, we're looking at all these news stories. I mean, like I said, it's like some of these people don't seem real. I think that's what so many Americans are kind of bothered by, is that a lot of the stuff just does not seem tangible. Like, it doesn't seem like it should happen in America, or like it is happening in America. You know, like I said, like Rudy Giuliani, he's like the former mayor of New York. He, you know, was like the mayor of New York on 9/11. Everyone thinks he's like a hero, and now he's the lawyer of a president who is a WWE wrestler. And now like Rudy is like, he's older and he's like leaking out of the head with strange fluid. He, you know, is farting on camera with reckless abandon. Like he's farting like he's home alone. He's in a congressional hearing. It's on TV, and he's farting like he's at the apartment by himself for the first time. Then we got him out here. You know, he's also like, you know, wiping his nose and eating the booger. You know what I mean? Like, this is some wild shit that maybe just an alien might think is normal.
Now, there's also the theory about him killing all the homeless people in New York, and that's why the numbers. Yeah, there was a fellow conspiracy theorist told me this years ago.
Oh, tell us about this.
Back in the 90s, when New York City was having a homeless problem, where I guess a lot of homeless people showing up, it's widely believed that the reason the number of homeless people went down was because Giuliani had hired hitmen to kill them.
He put him in a meat grinder.
Damn.
Exactly. And it's believed the reason why he's gone insane for the last couple of years is because the spirits of the homeless people he killed haunt him at night. Asking why, Mr. Giuliani, aren't we New Yorkers too? I thought you were fighting for all of New York, not just for the higher ups of New York.
Damn, how about that? Oh, real quick. Yo, let me talk about this too, because that might be the truth, given that Giuliani does kind of strike us as a demon of sorts. See, we'll talk about the chat real quick. CDKATL says, Raj, please don't forget to drink some water. You guys, for everyone drinking with us, be sure to drink some water as well. This is water, I swear to God, Mom. All right, but real quick, also, Gooch Merkin brings up something else too. Gooch Merkin brings up monoliths. Now, have you heard about these monoliths?
Oh, what is that?
So this is really interesting. So out in the desert, and by the way, everyone watching, y'all Google this right now, look it up if you want to see it for yourself. But at random places in America, the first one was in the desert out in Arizona, I believe. But these strange monoliths have been like erected out of nowhere, completely unannounced. No one knows who put them up, how they got there. They just kind of showed up. So out in the middle of the desert, there's this like basically like you know like the jewel, like what a jewel is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that little. So it looks like it looks like a little flash drive of sort. And it's like tall and thin, you know, it's rectangular, and it but there's like a gigantic version of that. It's like silver. It's out in the desert. You can't smoke nicotine out of it. But it's silver. It's out in the desert. Oh, Romania and California. Apparently that's where it is. Romania and California. It's like, and Utah is what Gooch Merchant said.
So how tall are they? About 6 feet?
Yeah, they're about, I think maybe somewhere between like 6 and 10. They look like they're about 10 feet tall. Maybe.
10 feet?
Yeah, they're real tall. They're silver. They look like a rectangular prism, and they're just huge, and they're just out in the desert. So basically, Green Bay 69. Do you think that this might be aliens? If so, are they like, you know, maybe ET kind of aliens? Are they black people aliens? What kind of aliens might have done this?
Well, are you familiar with the film 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Well, I have seen this movie.
Well, it's also believed that the director of the film, Stanley Kubrick, was the one that worked with the government to fake the moon landings. And his guilt of lying to the American people is what led him to make The Shining, because it's believed in that there's a theory that the film was made as a response of him lying to the American people again for lying about the moon landings. So when I see these monoliths, I believe that it's really the ghost of Stanley Kubrick giving us a sign that 2020, you thought that was great, 2021, y'all gonna be fucked. And so I believe that that's what's going on. It's just a good sign letting us know that if you thought this was bad, man, you haven't seen nothing yet.
Right, exactly.
All know now that you go find.
Yeah, you gonna learn today. That's it. That's what the aliens are telling us. And you know what? I'm inclined to believe it. You know, every time I think about like a sci-fi horror movie, something like that, it always starts off with this. Like the monoliths show up and people are making memes about it and like it's funny. And maybe there's like a messy-haired scientist who's trying to talk about it, but no one listens. And then they open up and then aliens come out that just like take over our brains and shit. So hopefully that won't happen. I think America's average IQ will probably stay about the same. The chat's going crazy right now. Yo, real quick, shout out to Dorothy Hubbard. Yo, check out Dorothy.
Dorothy came in hot.
This is her inaugural comment.
Dorothy Hubbard was like, "You need to check your history. And are you a doctor? Just remember, you being able to talk shit won't last if Biden comes in. I guess crooks know crooks." Shout out to you, Dorothy. Dorothy is she's like, Biden is trying to censor all of y'all asses. You won't be able to talk. There will be no talking shit on First Party TV once Dorothy Hubbard is done.
Damn, this might be the season finale of Politics as Usual. If what Dorothy's saying is the truth, I'm kind of nervous if you ask me, man. I don't know if it's
now, Gooch Merkin is saying that the aliens are already here. There was also a Irish guy who said that the aliens are already here, but they know that we're not ready to accept them. So they're just waiting to reveal themselves on some Men in Black shit.
It could be the case. You never know, man. You never know. I feel like, damn, yeah, it could be some Men in Black. Honestly, I could see that too. Like they come down to the Earth. And we're like, oh, because what they probably saw was that humans love jewel pods, or they love the
right.
jewel.
They couldn't understand. It's like, why do these humans keep using these?
Yeah, they put them in their mouth. Are they?
We'll put a giant one. They'll think it's God.
exactly. Yo, you know what's so funny? John Curtis's comment, Trojan horse. That's literally what that will be. Like John Curtis said, Trojan horse. Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a Trojan jewel. They drop it down. They're like, all right, go ahead, humans, try to smoke it, and then like it opens up. And then the aliens fly out. Shout out everybody. Oh, shout out DJ Bunny. Thank you so much for hosting the stream. Or Trump Queen or whichever person that was. I've been drinking too much Four Freedoms apparently. You know what I mean? Gooch Merkin retired military. But he also didn't deny being batshit crazy. Honestly, you know, the Scottish Irish guy, he might be onto something. Raj said, Trump Queen, if we're gonna have sex, we have to agree to disagree. Sparks are flying in the Politics Usual chat. We got the matchmaker going on over here, man. The dating. What was that show that they used to have, like dating? What was that show they used to have where the dating game? That's what's going on here. We're doing it with like different people of different political associations. Now, we'll
CDK ATL's trying to get in there. It's like, no, Black Lives do matter.
There we go. hey, if Trump Queen's trying to get with some brother, I say letter. You know what I mean? I say letter. Now, so real quick, we're gonna switch over to our lightning round. Like I said, Green Bay 69. If you have a QAnon meeting to go to, you can go to that. But if you want to stay on, you can. In our lightning round, we have everybody in the chat tell us what to talk about, and we'll talk about what they're talking about. So everyone, if y'all been chatting with us, thank you so much for riding with us. You right now, y'all can just tell us what to say. We will talk about whatever you want us to talk about. If it's some crazy shit, let us know. If it's something stupid, let us know. If you want us to talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine, you can put whatever you fucking want on there. Now, they're commenting. There's a lot of people commenting Black Lives Matter. I don't know if this is a response to, but what I can say is that, I think it's true, especially, because Justin earlier was saying that, on December 21st, our alien forms will be realized and we'll gain like superpowers, like some sort of static shock.
We're all just going to go super
right, it's going to be like static shock where we're just like, that'll be like the exciting incident where we get our superpower. So, honestly, like, I think Black Lives do matter, and especially if we're aliens. If we actually are aliens, then I feel like, we should matter. I think if you're not an alien, you definitely matter.
Raj once said Trump's the biggest dick of all time. Now, I want to say, oh damn, a cop got shot in L.A.
Wow.
Prayers out to him. Well, I don't know what he was doing. So
Yeah,
that's fucked up. But,
if you ever gave me a ticket, then
for the lightning round, I want to start it off with who competes with Trump in the biggest dick category? Who's a bigger dick than Trump?
Bigger dick for me, I would have to say, would be the character Arthur's dad from the TV show Arthur. Now, if you watch every episode of Arthur, you know it's about a lovable aardvark who lives in Elmwood City and the trials, tribulations him and his friends go through. His dad is a chef in the show. You watch certain episodes, Arthur's dad is a dick in a way of pretty much roasting Arthur completely.
Right.
There's one episode where Arthur has a parent-teacher conference, and his dad is known to embarrass him at events, and he asks his dad, please don't embarrass me in front of my friends. And his dad's response is, what do you have to worry about me? You don't have any friends. Now, that to me shows a biggest dick in a way of tearing down your child and pretty much reminding him that he ain't shit to begin with. David Reed is the biggest dick.
Yo, fuck David Reed. Can we get a fuck David Reed in the chat right now? Straight up.
Fuck David Reed.
Fuck David Reed, baby. We're banging on David Reed. Yeah, let's bang. We need to bang on the Elwood City. That's what we need to do. But let me say this too, straight up. Yo, appreciate it. Gooch America, thank you for following us on Twitter. We're also on. We're gonna come out with the Instagram page for this show and for the channel as a whole. Protest Friday TV is on all platforms, YouTube included. Yo, subscribe there. Do whatever you want. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for supporting. I want to say this too. Now that we're on the subject, yeah, fuck David Reed. He sucked. He really did a terrible job when I remember watching Arthur, and the person I hated the most was DW because she threw Arthur's model plane that he worked really hard on out the window, and then when Arthur punched her as she should have, then all of a sudden she's got a. It's like, yo, why is she trying to switch up? Why is she trying to act like she didn't do shit to Arthur? Arthur was just doing what a man does. You know what I mean? So I feel like DW might be a bigger dick than the dad. Also, I want to add this too real quick. Not shout out to Caillou's dad. I want to say fuck Caillou's dad too. Damn. I think he should. His son's gonna grow up being bald as shit. He didn't do anything. He can't get him a toupee. I mean, he's gonna go to school and get made fun of for being bald. You're just gonna let him run around like he's Howie Mandel. Come on, man. You can't be out here letting your son's 3 years old.
While we're on Cartoon Fathers, I want to give a shout out to Craig of the Creek's dad. He's raising a great young man. He's got 2 great sons. They're out there. He's got a wonderful wife. She's educated. She just became partner or a doctor or something. Whatever she is, I love that father on Craig.
There we go, baby. Yo, check out the chat. CDK said, do you think Arthur is black? Is Arthur black, Green Bay 69?
Now, that's a good question. To me, I should say first that the character Brain, the smart bear, he actually is black because they had an episode where him and his family were celebrating Kwanzaa. I like the idea to make the smart character the black kid. I respected that shit from PBS. Now, to answer your question,
that makes Buster the Rabbit Trailer Park Trash.
Exactly. That leads me to something though.
He's a proud boy. Buster's like fucking. Buster watches Alex Jones unironically. Like Buster thinks everything he said is completely true.
Now, going back to the case of Arthur, I believe that Arthur is black, but it's black.
He's the black bourgeoisie.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Where they believe that, life is everything around life is sitting around them, where there's a camera they can turn their head to and talk directly to and talk about the problems. And like the black bourgeoisie, they constantly think your problems are everyone else's problems. When in reality, that's not the case. And in a way, that's where the show Arthur comes in and the character Arthur comes in. He is typically a black bourgeoisie. He's whiny, he wears glasses, and he has no style whatsoever.
Damn. Oh, speaking of Proud Boys and maybe Busters amongst this crowd, check out these protests going on right now. We got a stampede going on right here. It's a bunch of people running towards somewhere right here on the screen. Honestly, if I, like I said, if I saw a big rabbit running around, I'd be like, there is that trailer trash fuck Buster. But yeah, we're looking at this protest right here. I think this is Washington, D.C. Oh, aardvarks are native to Africa. That says it all right there. But yeah, we're looking at what's going on over here. We're trying to see what everyone's running at. Can you tell what's going on here, Sean?
I don't know, man. It looks like somebody may have gotten into an argument that had nothing to do with the rallies, right. And everybody was like, "Finally, something to record." Right. Or maybe somebody actually had the balls. Maybe somebody got their superpowers, their black superpowers early. Yeah. They're fighting the police officer, and it's like, damn. Right. Who is Hancock over there?
Right, exactly. Yo, it's like the movie.
Oh, BS 177. Thank you for following. Hey, Raj already said he wanted to take his last shot for the evening. Hey. Raj, we're going to take our last shot to our new follower. Thank you for joining us, BS177. Let us know what you're drinking in the chat. And please let us know where you're from because we love to connect with our followers.
That's right, baby. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what you're drinking. If you're watching our show, you got to be drinking, baby. Now, because this is what I was about to bring up too.
It's not only a protest, it's a motherfucking protest party.
Yeah, boy. Straight up, we see all this stuff going on. Yeah, like, it might just be like the movie Chronicle. You know, in the movie Chronicle, these regular dudes, they just got superpowers. That might be us in 2 days.
I'd be scared. I wouldn't know what to do with my superpowers. What I'm afraid of is getting my superpowers, right? Doing some superpower shit, and then my superpowers run out. And I'm just like, oh, damn, I'm in superpower situations where I need these powers. And now my shit ain't working because I don't know the magic words anymore. I haven't learned how to use them.
yo, Gooch Merkin, thank you so much for adding the cheers in the chat. Yo, chat it up, baby. Like, give us some more topics to talk about straight up. No, yeah, honestly, I think that would happen. I would probably, because I'm bad at like learning on the job.
So I would just be in the backyard like practicing. And then, hey, what are you doing back there? Nothing. I'm just
like I would be
just
like
working on my new set.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't know how to fly up, but I wouldn't know how to land. Like I would be a terrible version of Superman. I hope Superman is Michael B. Jordan in the next series they do.
DJ Bunny, they are running again, but we don't know why they run. Yeah. What if somebody was just out there trolling like, hey, it's over here? They can't get over this.
Like, hey guys, look, it's George Floyd. And they was like running up.
They hire the agents to just fucking get people.
Right, exactly. they're rabble rousers. They are rabble rousing. The crowd like, oh, hey guys, look over here, a cop car to burn. Let's anger John Curtis. And then they run over. And then, but see, think about this too, because John Curtis was saying that Antifa was running. And honestly, maybe this is what he's referring to, because there's a lot of cardio going on at this protest more than usual. Like I love how in the top left, there's a guy just like filming himself, like doing like an Instagram live type thing. And then down here, it's like, a real conflict with the police. People probably throwing stuff. We can see a lot of Proud Boys, guys wearing helmets and things like that. We're not sure why they're wearing helmets. Yo, check it out. Look at this flag right here.
I was going to say, what is that? The Black American flag?
I was going to say, it looks like a Black
Power. Howard?
Right.
It's like it's standing up against, what is that, a bulldozer? Who is he standing up against? He's just like, you know what? The power of my
fucking water. Yo, I was looking at him like, yo, Cedric the Entertainer is really for the cause, man. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy, man. Shady. Yo, CDKHL said, who would win in a fight, DW or Angelica from Rugrats? I think DW has the strength advantage, but I think Angelica has a tactical edge and has the mental fortitude to stay in a fight, even if she's at a disadvantage with reach or with overall strength. What do you think, Green Bay 69?
Now, like a lot of white childs, Angelica has the power of getting what she wants, and that's by crying or being deductible, being subtle, but with her cries. Now, case in point, watch the way that, I think like one time at the family reunion, when all her baby cousins would come to play with her, and she freaked out and told her dad she was scared. And her dad looked at again at the babies, her cousins that she is related to by blood, and her dad took her away. that is the type of power that is dangerous, and the type of power you gotta be careful, particularly coming from these white children. So I would say yes, Angelica would win the fight due to her white child powers, while DW, as a black bourgeoisie, would write a strongly worded tweet why it was wrong.
Right. And honestly, I could totally see that. It would be a thread why Angelica is canceled. And then all of a sudden, Angelica can't get a job in the future. Honestly, I could see it happening. Yeah, they're saying Susie would two-piece all of them. I agree with that. I think Susie would Real America segment. A lot of people would talk about Real America, but they're just talking about like a plumber from Iowa that like all the candidates talk to when they pretend to care about Iowa so they can win. But I mean, we want to talk to real Americans. We want to talk to people who are not just like this lady in the bottom right corner looking like a Karen or whatever. Now we want to talk to real America, and you know, I think most real Americans definitely believe that JFK was killed by aliens and all that shit. So thank you so much for joining us, Green Bay 69. Thank you for joining us, everybody in the comments. I am Jonathan Hollis. With me is Sean Connor. Y'all follow us on all platforms. I'm about to post, Sean, you go and post the Cash App. Anyone wants to donate directly to us. Also, you can follow us on social media. That's right, Illuminati, baby. You can follow me at Jonathan K. Hollis on Instagram.com. Sean is Shawnee Matt Comedy. You follow him on all platforms, especially Facebook. I think Facebook is where we do most of our marketing. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a great night.
Yeah, they screamed to defund you and then begged you to fucking protect them, and here you are. That's fucking America for you, baby. That's why you're hiding behind the clock. Every one of you. Fucking assholes. Every fucking one of you. Look at them all getting protected by the cops, little fucking bitches. Look at them all. Straight fucking bitches. Every fucking one of you fucking worthless cunts.
All we gotta do is start pushing. Start pushing and hit them. Hit them hard. Push through this fucking line. Use the bikes to hit Antifa in the head! Really? Get the fuck out of Antifa! Please,
They want you to fucking be defunded.
Grab the blue, fuck yourself! Go back to $20 an hour and fucking supply your family with food, you fucking fascist fucks!
You guys lost both sides. We're not fighting the cops tonight. No, please don't tell me.
All right, got it.
Look at the cockroaches hiding behind the cops.
Mason the Proud Boys, but not Antifa.
More police protection. More police protection for BLM and Antifa. They continue to destroy businesses, cities. Oh, and now we're being pushed back by law enforcement. Now we're being pushed back by law enforcement. So all right. I'm moving back. but yet you continue to push me. I'm moving back, but yet you continue to push me. I'm moving back, yet you continue to push me. You're asking me to move back, and I'm moving back. You're continuing to push me. I'm moving back, but you're continuing to push me.
Fuck Muriel Bowser! Fuck Muriel Bowser! Fuck Muriel Bowser! Fuck Muriel Bowser!
The lines are broken! Move in!
Push them back. Get up here. You got it on here. Push them back. Let's go. Move back. Move back. Move back.
Move back! Thank you.
I'm moving. I'm moving.
Push that back. They're communists.
They're gonna take
Why are we always the people who push back? Second week in a row. Second week in a row.
USA!
Keep coming over here. Mine just went to 20.
You're at 20. I just got to 20.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, brother?
You guys are on the wrong side! You're on the wrong side!
I gotta see if anybody else has that. How many you got? I'll decide. Where you at?
You don't need a whole
I'm
game.
at 14.
Look at you. You're all armored up. You're scared, little pussies. That's why you choose the communists, right? Fuck y'all.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
This is the standing army the forefathers warned us about.
Fuck your country for the paycheck. How do you feel to vote for Trump and back to him? That's it. Fuck the white shirts! Fuck the white shirts!
Man, fucking city cops suck dick.
That's fucking garbage.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. Every fucking cop's down in here protecting. Trying to keep you guys as close as I possibly can. Trying to give you that, give you a view of BLM and Antifa. And isn't this quite ironic here? I hope I can get in close enough. This sign says,
No reason just to.
You motherfuckers destroy your credibility every fucking day. Look at all them fucking bitches. They need the fucking cops to stand here and protect them.
West side. Is that west side?
We had somebody.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Where the white people are saying.
I need another cord and then I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's not focus on the streams. We're going to lose them both. Let's focus on.
They threw that fucking nose in the garbage.
Back here. And they got the cops protecting them. We're the ones doing fucking things. We're the ones
Home to Florida. They won't let us through. They have us divided. They won't let us through.
He's got her dog. She's Antifa, and she's last year.
Showed what a bunch of hypocrites and wusses these guys are.
It's funny. Antifa has a sign that says all cops are bastards, ACAB, but yet they are requesting protection by the very people they're calling bastards. It's quite ironic.
Yes, you're right. It's the same cops that allowed Antifa to attack.
She's from New York, or from the.
I know. He's not gonna make
She's a
that.
massage therapist.
No, but we'll get his
Yeah.
bag and we'll get his.
She's
beer
looking
back.
for a Proud Boy.
We're fighting for our country.
Yeah, we are, guys. All right, so here's my boy Enrique.
His wife's in my house right now. Jack's calling the jail.
Who got busted?
This. It's really hard to show you guys that, or to show you any of the
Of course I'm
positivity
right
that's
in the
going
middle.
on in here.
I'm always in the middle.
When every time we
That's why you're watching
go
my stream. 'Cause
live,
I
or
bring you
we're
guys
not
the
like
good stuff.
hiding in a blue tent in live, we face like the same kind of thing like what just happened to me. I'm not the first
I'm
person,
just gonna
first streamer who's been.
stay away for a little
freaking
bit.
it,
I'll
you know.
show you what's going on. But
Yeah. Is Gary
who
out
got
there?
stabbed earlier? It was Blackbeard and Redbeard.
Okay.
They're both stable now, and they're both stable. So yeah, Redbeard
So I'm
had
gonna
surgery,
leave you
right?
guys for a second.
Phone cases.
You're gonna have a.
tarp. I'm gonna go have a chat.
You're gonna have a really nice view
I'll be
of
back.
some. Here, let's give you some. I'm coming. Some iPhone.
So yeah, you got a collapsed lung? Okay. But they're stable, so they're good, man. Everybody's good. All your prayers worked.
When we roll in that 500 fucking people group.
Presentamos la nueva Canelo Card, un golpe de innovación y tecnología, de México para el mundo, el más grande del boxeo, el más grande en medios de pago. Obtén sin número de seguro.
Surgery too? Well, good. He deserves it.
We're not doing 1,000 fucking people. Let's go, Daddy. So I gotta get back. Oh, Big Daddy? Yeah, fuck yeah.
There goes the chairman, guys. Nobody's gonna get the chairman. I don't know. Let's go check it out. All the girls like the kilts, so let's go show them the kilts.
Hey, talk louder. I can't hear you.
Yo, tell him, bud. Honeyman has a foot job video. Who the hell gets foot job? Who gets foot job?
He's just looking. He's
Right.
Foot job, $20.
What's up, brothers?
Hey, I love the one where you got the guy to puke with the chain.
Oh, we were just talking about that. You saw that guy puke with the chain?
Yeah, he couldn't fucking take a Proud Boy. He started puking. That was great.
Heck yeah, that was badass, huh?
That was nice.
That's funny. Jeremy just talked about that. All right, where's the kilts? The girls want to know if there's anything under the kilts. Oh yeah, by the way, guys. So every girl on here says we're looking for a single Proud Boy. So I'm starting a Proud Boy dating group. Oh, he's married, ladies. He's married, but look, he got a nice booty. He's got the nice booty.
I'm zooming in and out with those damn.
God, now I don't trust anyone that's walking anywhere near me. I'm even standing here with my like hand covering the cameras on that side so people don't constantly think that I'm filming in that direction. I'm just trying to let you guys hear what's happening. You can't really hear? Okay. Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. Sorry, it's going to be dark for a second, but...
Line up.
Let's see if I can get this for you guys right there.
All right, guys. We had a pretty good night. We got about 4 of us that are injured. Pray for them tonight. But right now, let's close the night out. A lot of us need to go home. And if we stay out here, I don't want to risk anybody else. So, Uhuru. Proud of your boy.
Proud of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Shut it down.
Let's walk back.
Hurry up!
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Enrique.
Who's going on to Marriott?
Hello again. How are you?
I don't think I've been on your
Oh, you haven't yet? Oh, okay. What's your name?
I'm Erica.
You're Erica. Where are you from, Erica?
I live in Miami.
You live in Miami? You look like a Miami girl.
I do what?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Asians in Miami, so I don't know.
No, you're beautiful. That's why I'm saying.
Oh,
All the
thank
beautiful
you.
girls are there.
Thank you.
What do you want to say to everybody?
I want to say that if you are involved in this movement, you are a modern revolutionary and do not give up. Your hope means everything to the world, and continue to watch this stuff because it's super important. I also want to say that Bitcoin is a solution to a lot of the problems that we have, because while all these things are going on in the streets, we are being fucked right now with our money. The Federal Reserve has printed so much money this year, it's absolutely disgusting. So if you guys have the opportunity, Bitcoin is important. You can follow me online, Bank of Erica, like Bank of America.
Right on, I like it.
But Bitcoin really, guys, like, we got to make sure that we have sovereign money that is outside of the control of individual governments, because they don't have our best interest in mind. You know, the purchasing power of $1 is not the same as it used to be. So.
Right on. Nice to meet you. You're on Eddie Block Films on YouTube. So.
Okay, amazing.
Right on.
I'll ask Enrique.
Oh yeah, Enrique has got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask
Right
him.
on.
He tells me about you guys sometimes. So he told me this funny story about.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say about me?
About like your chair, and then like you have like a really cool one, and what is it? West Fest.
Yeah, West Fest.
Yeah, he told me some funny stories about West Fest.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right on.
Bye, guys. Bitcoin is life. Or
Right on.
silver, or gold, precious metals. Yeah, super important.
All right,
I gotta
thank you, man.
find-
Yes, ma'am. Bye. You heard it. Straight from the lady. So I guess we're all supposed to go home now. Or go to our hotel rooms. What's up, brother? Bang, bang, a spy. We got spies everywhere. What's up? Hey, I'm starting a dating show. Every girl wants a single Proud Boy, so we're gonna have a dating show pretty soon. So if you know any single Proud Boys, send them to me.
New York, single.
There he goes, single New Yorker. He's got the accent too.
Boricua.
Oh, he's Puerto Rican too.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, we got a Puerto Rican in the house. Oh my gosh, what's the name of that one girl? She was here today. Salty Puerto Rican, or what did she call herself? Or
I don't know.
'cause
him and he asked me to stop, which is just bullshit. You
I
can
know
see
you.
it on my stream.
I've seen you. I've
Like,
seen you around.
but I was in selfie mode too. And this is after Krem asked us to come stream from over here. And we were both like, but then there's gonna be people in the way. So I turned it to selfie mode so I wouldn't be getting anyone else, right? And I was just standing all the way back here with it on my face, talking about the difficulty that we're having. And right then, the fucking kid he just walked up calmly and just spray painted my fucking phone.
So we're definitely gonna address that because there's no reason for anything.
나 이거 진압당하는 거 아니냐? 왠지 진압당할 것 같은데? 진압 각인데? No. I'm live streaming.